Game 7, Cleveland Cavaliers. Everything on the line. Paolo Banchero drops 38 points and grabs 16 rebounds in a playoff elimination game at just 21 years old. While the media's locked in on Luka and Tatum, the real storm is brewing down south in Orlando. Paolo Banchero isn't just Orlando's franchise player anymore. He's becoming the Eastern Conference's most dangerous weapon. And if you're sleeping on what's happening in the Magic Kingdom, you're about to get schooled. Today we're diving deep into how Paolo went from promising rookie to legitimate superstar, and why Orlando's new era is about to shake up the entire NBA. By the end of this video, you'll understand why Paolo Banchero might just be the next face of basketball. The 2022 #1 pick who everyone said was a reach, he just proved everybody wrong. Let's dive in. Let's rewind to draft night 2022. Paolo Banchero, Duke forward, skilled, but questions about his ceiling.
With the first pick in the 2022 NBA Draft, the Orlando Magic select Paolo Banchero from Duke University.
Orlando takes him first overall over Jabari Smith Jr., and the basketball world collectively shrugs. Paolo's rookie season, 20.0 points, 6.9 rebounds, 3.7 assists per game. Rookie of the Year winner. But let me put those numbers in perspective. LeBron's rookie year, 20.9 points per game. Luka, 21.2 points. Tatum, just 13.9 points per game as a rookie. Paolo was already operating at a different level from day one. But the numbers only tell part of the story. Veteran players started talking about Paolo's basketball IQ, his leadership in year one. Markelle Fultz told reporters, "This kid sees the game like a 10-year vet already." That's not normal for a 20-year-old. Paolo wasn't just putting up stats, he was changing Orlando's culture from day one. Practice intensity increased. Team chemistry improved. This wasn't just talent, this was transformational leadership. Let's talk about the leap. Because what Paolo did between year one and year two separates good players from future superstars. Paolo boosted his efficiency, hitting 45.5% from the field and 33.9% from three in year two. But here's the stat that'll blow your mind. His clutch time scoring, games decided by 5 points or less in the final 5 minutes, he shot 51% from the field. All-star selection in just his second season. He's already played 198 regular season games and proven he can carry Orlando through playoff series. Most superstars take 5 to 7 years to develop that ability. And defensively? Paolo added 1.1 blocks per game while maintaining his rebounding. He's not just scoring, he's becoming a complete two-way player. The most important number? Orlando's 23% better with Paolo on the court. That's franchise-changing impact that shows up in every advanced metric. Now let's talk about why Paolo's rise isn't just individual brilliance. It's organizational genius by Orlando's front office. Pat Williams didn't just draft Paolo and hope for the best. Look at the ecosystem. Franz Wagner as the perfect complementary scorer, Jalen Suggs locking down defensively, Jonathan Isaac providing elite rim protection when healthy. The genius move? Orlando kept $30 million in cap space for next summer while locking their core through 2027. Plus, they still have future first-round picks to either develop or trade for the missing piece. Jamal Mosley completely redesigned the offensive system around Paolo's strengths. More post-ups, isolation plays, pick-and-roll opportunities. The system serves the superstar, but here's what makes this different from other rebuilds. Orlando's patience. They didn't panic and trade future assets for quick fixes. They trusted the process and built sustainable excellence around their centerpiece. The supporting cast development is equally impressive. Franz Wagner improved his three-point shooting to 38% to space the floor for Paolo. Jalen Suggs became a legitimate defensive stopper. Everyone bought into their role. But here's the question everyone's asking. How good can Paolo Banchero actually become? And I'm about to give you a take that might be controversial. At 22, Paolo's putting up 25.9 points, 7.5 rebounds, 4.8 assists per game. But let me compare him to Jason Tatum at the same age. 26.4 points, 7.4 rebounds, 4.3 assists. Paolo's right there statistically. But here's what sets Paolo apart. Complete positional versatility. At 6'10" and 250 pounds, he's got the size of a power forward with the skills of a wing player. He can guard 1 through 4, handle point guard duties, and stretch the floor. It might be early, but if Paolo keeps trending upward, there's a case to be made that his ceiling, because of his size and playmaking, could rival or even exceed Tatum's. When Paolo hits his prime, we might be looking at a 28-8-6 player who can guard multiple positions. Physical advantages matter. Paolo's frame allows him to post up smaller defenders while having the mobility to guard on the perimeter. That combination is incredibly rare in today's NBA. Playoff readiness: 36 points in Game 1 against Boston, 32 points in Game 2, 38 points and 16 rebounds in Game 7 against Cleveland. The kid's built for the big stage and already proven it matters most. Now let's talk about something that doesn't show up in box scores but matters just as much. Paolo Banchero is single-handedly changing Orlando's entire identity. The numbers tell the story. Paolo's jersey is top 10 in NBA sales despite Orlando being a small market. Orlando went from 5 nationally televised games in 2021-22 to 15 this season. That's superstar impact. All-star voting? Paolo finished 4th among Eastern Conference frontcourt players. When fans across the country are voting for your player, that's when you know you've got something special. For the first time in decades, Orlando is becoming a destination players want to join. Having a young superstar changes everything about your recruitment pitch. Social media influence? Paolo's highlight dunks regularly hit millions of views. His step-back 3 against the Lakers got 15 million views in 24 hours. That's viral content that builds the NBA's next generation of fans. Amway Center attendance has jumped 18% since Paolo's rookie year. The energy in that building is different now. It's championship expectations, not rebuilding patience. All right, let's get real about Orlando's championship timeline. Because building around a young superstar is one thing, actually winning titles is another. 2024-25 playoffs. Orlando made it as the 6th seed and pushed Cleveland to 7 games. That's ahead of schedule. Realistic expectations? Orlando should be a top 4 seed in the East within 2 seasons. Every championship core starts with one transformational star and builds out. Think Shaq and Kobe in LA, or Steph, Clay, and Draymond in Golden State. Paolo's that first domino for Orlando. Eastern Conference competition? Boston's aging, Milwaukee still has Giannis, Cleveland's got Mitchell, but Orlando's youth and cap space give them an edge in the long run. What do they need to get over the top? One more all-star level player, whether through development, trade, or free agency. Franz Wagner could be that guy if he takes another leap. Or they could target a veteran star. If Paolo keeps developing, and Orlando lands or develops one more all-star, that 2027 championship timeline starts to look very real. But let's talk about what separates Paolo from other young stars. Because it's not just the stats, it's the intangibles. Paolo's basketball IQ is off the charts. He sees plays developing before they happen. His court vision rivals point guards despite being 6'10". That's not something you can teach. Work ethic stories from Orlando's facility are legendary. Paolo's usually the first one in, last one out. He studies film obsessively. He's constantly working on weaknesses. But here's what impressed veterans most. Paolo's emotional maturity. No ego, no drama, just pure focus on winning. At 22, he's already a culture setter. So here's the reality. Paolo Banchero isn't just another promising young player. He's a franchise-altering, culture-changing superstar in the making. From Rookie of the Year to All-Star to playoff hero, all by age 22. We're watching the rise of the NBA's next great player, and it's happening in Orlando. The statistical evolution is undeniable. The organizational support is elite. The championship window is opening. This is about Paolo becoming a superstar and Orlando becoming a destination. Is Paolo the next face of the NBA? Based on the stats, the improvement, the leadership, and the market impact, he's already there. The question isn't whether Paolo will be a superstar. The question is how many championships he'll bring to Orlando. What do you think? Is Paolo Banchero the next face of the NBA, or are we getting ahead of ourselves? If you're hyped about Paolo's rise, smash that like button. Subscribe to Dunk Court for more deep dives into the NBA's rising stars, and hit the notification bell, because next week, we're breaking down which young star has the best chance to challenge Paolo as the East's brightest talent. Until next time, keep believing in the magic. Because in Orlando, it's not just a slogan anymore, it's reality.